Good afternoon, students. Today, let us learn the respiratory system of human being. We know that the respiration is the process of taking oxygen to oxidize the food that we eat, especially the glucose molecule. We are eating different kinds of food, and by the digestion, the starch or the glucose or sugar may be converted into glucose. Then uh, inside the cell, the air we breathe, the oxygen in the air that we breathe, and the food that we eat, that is the glucose, will combine inside the cell and release energy. All living things need energy. For that, the respiration is the process, physiological process, helping us to get energy. Then, look here, it is the chemical breaking down of glucose molecule. Here, one equation, overall reaction, several steps are there, a lot of enzymes and several steps are taking place in the process of respiration, but here the overall chemical equation is shown here. Glucose C6H12O6 is the glucose molecule that is combining with oxygen, 6 oxygen, giving 6 carbon dioxide and 6 water molecule and energy. We know the carbon dioxide that we are exhaling out or breathing out is produced from the glucose by the chemical reaction of combination of glucose and oxygen. That chemical reaction, as the product of it, carbon dioxide is released out from the body. That is the carbon dioxide coming out through our nose when we exhale or give out air from our nose. Then that respiration that can give energy that take place inside the living cell. So it is also known as cellular or tissue respiration because it is taking place inside the cell and it can give energy. So it is known as the cellular respiration or tissue respiration. Then here again you can see it occur in a series of chemical steps. Thousands of chemical reaction are taking place inside the cell. Then these steps are occurring inside the cytoplasm of the cell and also inside the mitochondria. You know that the mitochondria are the energy houses of the cell because this part of the reaction is taking place inside the mitochondria, and the stored energy is it is storing energy in the form of ATP molecule, adenosine triphosphate, and it is known as the energy currency of the cell, and it is stored usually inside the walls of the mitochondria. Then why we need energy? For which are the purposes? To synthesize protein from amino acid. Amino acid is the when protein digests, the final things are the amino acid. Our body create sometimes we may eat egg or the fish or the meat or the pulses we eat as different kinds of protein we eat, that will be digested into amino acid, and this amino acid again rebuild as protein inside our body according to our heredity, according to the color of the skin or texture of the hair. Like that, many proteins are created inside our body using this amino acid. So to synthesize protein from amino acid, we need energy to make it or build up it into bigger molecule. Then production of many enzymes. Our body, even the respiration, need thousands of enzymes, or the all the digestive enzymes are there. For the production of this enzyme, energy is required. Then contraction of muscles for movement. We know that energy is required for the muscular movement, for running, jumping, everything need energy. Then conduction of electrical impulse in nerve cell, through the nerve cell. If we touch any hot object, the impulse will transform into the brain or to the spinal cord, so that we can withdraw our hand or move away from the heat. So such electrical impulses, all the impulses or light fall in the eye, we can sense it, that will be conducted to the brain. So the conduction of electrical impulses is also need energy. Then production of new cell by cell division. Cell division also need energy. Then in keeping the body warm, our body always always it is warm. So especially for the mammals and birds, we have a body heat to maintain that body heat. Otherwise, the chemical reactions, the enzymes will be active only in a particular temperature. So the body should be warm enough. To keep the body warm, the respiration is necessary. Then only the energy is produced as some of the energy is produced as heat. So to keep the body warm, respiration is necessary. Then we know that animals need more energy, because the plants are not moving from one place to another, but animals have to find out their food. Then they have to look after their young ones. They have to move about for obtaining food. They have to chew their food, or to look after the eggs, or to look after their young ones. Even the small kittens are looked after by the cats, or birds may look after their chicks. Such examples you might have observed. So animals need more energy. Then birds and mammals need still more energy, because birds and mammals have keeping their body warm always. They are keeping a particular body temperature always, even though the surrounding, if it is winter or summer, anyway animals and birds have a constant body temperature, so they need more energy. Then again, we are constantly losing heat to the outside air, because when we breathe out or to urinate, everything, some of the body heat is escaped out through this. If we exhale, if we hold your arms under your nose, you can feel that some of the body heat is lost when we breathe out. So it should be maintained in a constant way. Then how our body try to keep, if we reach a very cold area, the shivering may occur. The muscles will move and try to move in a particular way. Shivering, നമ്മൾ വിറയ്ക്കുക എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് അതാണ്. മസിൽ പ്രത്യേക വിധത്തിൽ ഷിവർ ചെയ്തിട്ട് that will try to make the body temperature, or clattering of the teeth. പല്ല് കൂട്ടി ഇടിക്കുന്ന പോലെയൊക്കെയുള്ള അനുഭവങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ടാകും തണുപ്പിൽ ചെന്ന് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ. That are the emergency activity of the muscle to produce extra heat to keep the body warm. Then again, glucose has no alternatives for respiration. Here the glucose, even the flesh eaters, you know that the wild animals, especially lions or tiger, they are the flesh eaters. When they eat, they are eating only the protein. They are not taking any starch or carbohydrate like us. But when they eat the flesh, we know that the protein, it can break down in the liver to produce glucose. The extra, the nitrogenous waste, the urea may be excreted out. That is happening in the case of lion or tiger. They are also getting glucose from the proteins of animal meat. അതിൻ്റെ ഇറച്ചിക്കകത്തുള്ള അതിൽ ഉള്ള ഗ്ലൂക്കോസ് എടുക്കും. The waste material will be urea that may be excreted out through the urine. That is happening in the wild animals. Then two kinds of respiration are there, that are aerobic and anaerobic respiration. You have learned about such. Aerobic respiration is the respiration using the air. That is, usually when we breathe, we are using air. We have mostly we are breathing through the aerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration, in some yeast usually respire by anaerobic respiration. Here an example is given. Tapeworm living inside the human intestine. They are also show anaerobic respiration, because in the human intestine it will not get enough air for breathing. So they are also, but they do not have to move anywhere, so very less energy is necessary for such animals. So they are respire anaerobically. Very few energy will be released due to anaerobic respiration, that is the respiration without using oxygen. Here in some cases in human body also show anaerobic respiration. Here during continuous physical exercise, if we have a sports day or in such a day when we do too much work or too much exercise, sometimes when our muscle, when we running very fast for a relay, you think like such a competition, when we run very fast, in such cases our body will not get enough oxygen. In that cases our muscle may oxidize, or muscle may break down the glucose and release energy using the without getting oxygen. Even though we are breathing very fast during the running, നമ്മൾ കിതയ്ക്കുകയൊക്കെ ചെയ്യുമായിരിക്കും, കിതച്ചൊത്തിരി വലിക്കും, but our body will not get enough oxygen during that time. At that time anaerobic respiration in the muscles of our body, as a byproduct lactic acid is produced due to anaerobic respiration. Then accumulation of this lactic acid gives ഫീലിംഗ് ഓഫ് ഫാറ്റിഗ്. നമുക്കപ്പോൾ ഒത്തിരിയും ലാക്റ്റിക് ആസിഡ് ഉണ്ടായിക്കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ, ഇപ്പോൾ എയ്നറോബിക് ഇതുപോലെ ഒത്തിരി ഓടുന്നൊക്കെ സമയത്ത് എയ്നറോബിക് respiration will occur. At that time accumulation of lactic acid may occur inside our body, so it may cause the feeling of fatigue. ക്ഷീണം നമുക്ക് അനുഭവപ്പെടും, because of the oxygen debt. ഓക്സിജൻ ആവശ്യത്തിന് കിട്ടാതെ വരുമ്പോഴാണ് ഇങ്ങനെയാണ്. ആഫ്റ്റർ ടേക്കിംഗ് some rest, that lactic acid gets slowly oxidized, and again we will get that debt is cleared, so we will get off from the pain or the fatigue. We will get a relaxation from all these kind. Then chemical steps in respiration. In aerobic respiration, it is using the air. One glucose molecule is shown here, and 6 oxygen give 6 carbon dioxide and 6 water, and 686 kilocalories per mole energy. Here mole meaning 1 mole of glucose, meaning thus taking 180 grams of glucose is considered as 1 mole of glucose. 1 mole, that is you might have learned to calculate it in the chemistry. A particular number of carbon atom present in 40 grams of carbon, in such a way it is calculated. You can refer your chemistry for that. 1 mole of glucose meaning 180 grams of glucose. That may be we value it comparing it with the carbon atom. In 14 grams of carbon we are calculating it. That is 686 kilocalories are produced from 1 mole of glucose. That is 1 mole meaning 180 grams of glucose. So the chemical, that equation depict in chemical substance in mole, thus by taking 180 grams of glucose. Here the energy released is, you see, that is 686 kilocalories. Expressed in kilojoules, the energy released is 4.2 into 4.2, that is the kilojoule that can be expressed. Then again the above equation can be represent energy in the form of ATP as follows. How ATP is produced? You learned that 686 kilocalories of energy is released. Here 420 kilocalorie of energy is released as heat, and the 38 some of the energy is stored in the ATP molecule as 38 ATP chemical energy that may be stored inside the muscle, and 420 kilocalories as released as heat. Then 1 mole of ATP require 7 kilocalories. 1 mole of ATP. ATP also a chemical like the glucose. In some laboratories, ATP molecules also can be that substance also. Adenosine triphosphate, it is also a substance like the glucose. It can be stored in some laboratories, and that 1 mole of ATP, that amount like the glucose, we saw that 180 grams of glucose, like that 1 mole of ATP require 7 kilocalories. So 38 ATP produced by consuming is 38 ATP into 7 kilocalories, that are 1 mole of ATP require 7 kilocalories. So that is equal to 266 kilocalories. The rest energy, that is 420 kilocalories, is released as heat. Then you have to learn the chemical equation for respiration. This is the chemical equation you have to learn. Overall chemical equation only you have to learn. For your understanding, this much of explanation is given here. Then anaerobic respiration. In anaerobic respiration, as the byproduct, in animals it is the lactic acid is produced as the byproduct, but in plants, that instead of lactic acid, ethyl alcohol is produced. That you learned in the respiration of yeast, or in the usually in you learned in breweries or making of wine or alcoholic beverages. This anaerobic respiration, glucose is oxidized using the when yeast grow, it release as the byproduct ethyl alcohol. In plants, ethyl alcohol and carbon dioxide is also produced, but in animals, instead of ethyl alcohol, lactic acid is produced, and here in both cases only 2 ATP molecule is produced, and some heat energy is also produced in animal. Then look here, in animals or in plants, it is anaerobic respiration is a slow process. Then again, the reaction cannot continue for a long time. The product lactic acid has a toxic effect on cell, which cause muscle fatigue and ache. Then no carbon dioxide is produced. You know that if carbon dioxide is produced, some at the time of anaerobic respiration in plants, when yeast react, carbon dioxide is produced. നമ്മൾ അപ്പമൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടാക്കുമ്പോഴാണെങ്കിൽ അപ്പം ഇങ്ങനെ കാർബൺ ഡയോക്സൈഡ് കൊണ്ട് പൊങ്ങി വരും. അപ്പോൾ കാർബൺ ഡയോക്സൈഡ് ഈസ് നോട്ട് പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ്ഡ് ഇൻ ദ anaerobic respiration in animals. So there will not be any foaming. പത പോലൊന്നും ഉണ്ടായി വരുന്നില്ല. Then total energy released per mole glucose is much less compared to aerobic respiration. Here aerobic respiration comparison in plants and animals. Product of ethanol, here lactic acid in animal, release heat energy more, released heat energy is less in animals. Then carbon dioxide release causes foaming, പത പോലെ പൊങ്ങി, അപ്പത്തിനൊക്കെ വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഈസ്റ്റ് ഇട്ട് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പത പോലെ, but in animals no carbon dioxide release, so no foaming.